Day 6 of the shelter in place on a Sunday morning. Times like this is when you need the reggae music. On to Cha-Cha every day. How to give a thanks and praise. All right. So I'm heading over to the bank to put some checks in. And it's like 8 in the morning. Yeah, let's go this way real quick. And I'm so thankful. I had I'm still running my business where it's not COD. And I got restaurants that shut down and they still paid me. And I'm feeling very thankful for that. And I'm just reflecting. I didn't think about it, but every barber shop, every hairdresser, they're out of work. The tattoo artist, out of work. A lot of the restaurants tried to do to-go stuff, and they just threw the towel in and called it quits. It just costs too much to pay employees and to try and keep the doors open if you're only getting, maybe you did 200 dinners a night and now you're only doing 50 or 35. So I'm taking this virus a little bit serious. I got friends in the healthcare industry, and some of the things I've heard, over those mountains right there is a hot spot. That's the Bay Area, right over those hills. All right, so all the bartenders, the hairdressers, there's my man Rigo that runs the taqueria. I think I'll give him a phone call, see how he's doing. It's my best customer right there. They have like 5 stores, and I think I've repaired their stuff for 20 years. Over 20 years. Good dudes. So you got all these people out of work, and then you had those politicians. Now, let's turn the camera around. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm registered no party, and because I think both sides are crooked. And you'll see. I'm gonna post up this article here. These guys knew how dangerous this virus was months ago, and they took that information and sold off their stocks to stay fat and rich, and then fed us a bag of goods. Everything's just fine. Sure, everything's okay. Sold off their stuff to protect their money. Meanwhile, they're in the back rooms talking about this thing's more contagious than anything they've ever seen. Take a look.
Apparently what Burr heard there spooked him. Within a short time, he acted decisively to save his family from financial harm. Unfortunately, he didn't tell the rest of us about it. In fact, he did just the opposite. Burr hid what he knew about the coronavirus threat and then lied about it at length to the nation. 6 days later, he dumped his entire portfolio. In private, he was panicked. On February 27th, before an audience at a closed speech in Washington, Burr compared coronavirus to the Spanish flu, a pandemic that killed close to 100 million people.
There's one thing that I can tell you about this. It is much more aggressive in its transmission than anything that we have seen in recent history. It's probably more akin to the 1918 pandemic.
For a public servant, it's pretty hard to imagine many things more immoral than doing this. Richard Burr had critical information that might have helped the people he has sworn to protect, but he hid that information and helped only himself.
So it's not just Republicans that did it, it's Democrats did it too. Feinstein sold off like 6 million. And these are people on the House Intelligence Committee. They're probably living in a pressurized bunker right now where they're never gonna catch this shit. Meanwhile, the big wigs are all sitting at home, and the working guys got to go out and work. But that's how it always goes. But it's just sad thinking about when we go to the restaurants and work, the first person I talk to is the cook, right? Or if it's a nicer place, you call them a chef. Chef, no, that's loud. Look at the roads here. That's California tax dollars. Those won't be getting fixed anytime soon. It's the cook, it's the prep cooks. I don't really interact with the wait staff too much because we're normally in the back of the house. And over the years, those guys and girls are all my friends. And it's just sad thinking that they don't have any income right now. And your barber is not cutting hair, your hairdresser, your pedicure, you know, get your toes and your nails done. That ain't happening right now. And then these guys right here, see these guys right here, the homeless dudes, they got blanket protection coverage. They don't have to abide by any rules or regulations, and they're just gonna hang out with each other. Look, food not bombs, and they're gonna breathe on each other and give each other corona. They used to sleep right here, and they put these fences up to get rid of them. So that was a good thing. Ah, bless your heart, the bus drivers. Bus drivers are still at it. All right, I'll show you NorCal's tip of the day for using the ATM machine. So I gotta go put a couple checks in the bank. What I do is I double up my gloves. Okay. So when I get done with here, I could peel a layer of glove off, and I have a set underneath. Come on, I'll take you guys over there. I'm using the GoPro today.
Double up your power.
And I'll do this real quick. I'll show you guys. Dun 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 dun. It's like Jaws. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Local distillery in town started making hand sanitizer with the alcohol they make. So you want to come up, spray that dude, get that screen sprayed down. And then we're gonna put the checks in. Hold on. All right. So I made my deposit. Getting my receipt. Okay, we're all done there. And what I do is let's see this. 2 pairs of gloves. So I'm peeling off that set, and I have a set underneath. Bam. Freshy. There it goes, see? Inside out. Peel it off. Freshy. Like a 2-bagger. And I got my mask on. We're good to go. All right, so it's day 6. It's Sunday, like I had said before. Day 1, people kind of freaked out. Guys got laid off and stuff. And then we read the proclamation, and we found out that construction workers could go to work. HVAC guys, electricians, plumbers, cement guys, city workers, things like that. And we went back to work. By Wednesday, so Tuesday it went down. People got sent home, got laid off. By Wednesday or Thursday, they're like, all right, we can get back to work. And then by Thursday, they figured out if it's skeleton crews or not. And by Friday, like where my wife works is like a pub. It's like a bar restaurant. They threw the towel in too, because the bar had already been shut down. And there's just not enough foot traffic to keep it going for takeout. And so those people are out of work. I did see is it the ABC alcohol, whatever, where you get your liquor license. They're letting some of those restaurants, you can get your cocktail to go. They're loosening up the rules, so you can pick up your food and get a beer to go with it, which you couldn't do that here before. Let's see. Let's go take a little drive real quick. Don't know what's going to happen with these guys. We have a large homeless population where I live, so don't have a clue what's going to happen with those dudes. Oh yeah, let's go. We'll go downtown and take a look. Yeah, the Mobile. Get some. Look at Starbucks to goes only. So yeah, there's a ton of people out of work. My heart goes out to all of them. At my day job, so we have 8 HVAC mechanics, and we're each working 2 days a week, rotating. That includes Saturdays and Sundays. So we each get 2 days a week at the day job. If they turn the dorms into makeshift hospital beds, I would imagine we'd all be back to full time. The governor's talking about doing that. Yeah, fucking, it's the fucking zombie apocalypse. These dudes fucking are scoring. That's who's out and about. Yeah, no rules for those guys. No rules whatsoever. Free for all. All right, so my heart just goes out to all those workers, all the people we know. You know, those, I consider all those workers my friends. And I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't think we're going to go back to business as usual on April 7th. I think by April 7th or April 19th for Southern California, or 17th or whatever the date was, I think we're probably going to find out just where we're at. Yeah, I've seen a lot. We'll find out just where we're at. Probably, let's get the wipers going. Probably just when they're figuring out what's going on, that we'll see where we're at. I have seen a lot of posts on social media about how the bigwigs get to stay home during a shutdown, but the menial workers have to go to work. So you got that little underlying tension starting to boil. Man, we need everybody to keep a level head, keep the positive vibrations. Easy to say if you're not sick yet, or if you don't know anybody that's suffering. So when you get home, I can't leave my shoes outside. The homeless people will steal them. So get my spray and I decontaminate the bottom of my shoes. And then I'll take them off inside. NorCal's tip of the day. Just a little video driving around today, some of my thoughts. I am decontaminating the beanie. It needed it. And leave a comment below what all you guys think, what you're seeing out there, how you're going to approach this. I did call my customer and we chatted, and their numbers are going down. He says he's probably just making enough money to pay the workers, which he's trying to do his best to keep it going. And he's going to try and keep it going as long as he can. And he's thinking this thing's going to be slowed down for about 3 to 4 months. That was his thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below, and we can dialogue in the comments. Hope everyone's being safe and doing good. And I had one service call since the shutdown went in effect. I didn't talk to you guys about this. I had an AC call yesterday, and I ended up doing it for free. It was just programming on a couple thermostats. They had set the stat too low and iced up the coil, and then water was dripping into the store, so I got them all set on that. I went in there with my mask and my gear on and got them all situated, but I'm pretty much dead in the water on NorCal. Luckily, I still got work at my day job. That's where I'm at. Let me know how you guys are doing and what you're seeing out there. And NorCal out.